Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is the Walking Dead Deluxe number 7. The start of the next arc of the series. We went through the first part of the series where ended with Shane getting killed, and things pick up from there. It's always been really interesting to go back and read this series and to explore it again, especially with the world the way it is. So The Walking Dead Deluxe is a colorized version of The Walking Dead coming out every other week. The comic is pretty much the same except with colored art. And then there's some extra material too, which we'll talk about a bit. So Walking Dead number 7, it kicks off the second arc, as I said. Shane is dead. Robert Kirkman at the end of, I think, the last issue in the back material said he wasn't 100% sure if the series would continue, and he that's why he did what he did. And then this is when he started to have a clue as to things were going to last a little while. So we get the introduction of Tyrese and the people with him. He obviously becomes a pretty big character. And we get some seeds of things to come. And, that big cliffhanger at the end of the issue. It's really interesting. I think the series is fascinating to go and explore again with COVID and our reality to see how people have actually reacted in a pandemic, and how they reacted in kind of Kirkman's fake pandemic. It's been interesting, and this comic discusses at least in the beginning about Shane and how Shane just completely lost his shit. And honestly, we've kind of seen that. We've seen people just snap. Like it's been roughly a year, and in that year's time, some people have just lost it. Abuse is up, and alcohol abuse is up, and suicide is up, and drug abuse is up, and all the horrible ways people are reacting and dealing with the pressure. I was going to say snapping from the pressure, but that's not quite right. And it's all manifesting in some bad ways. A lot of it is manifesting in bad ways. Some of us are just eating a lot. So it's, I think, kind of interesting is the comic talks about that, that Shane just snapped and he just completely lost it. And while people kind of saw it coming, it happens and happens quick. And I think we've seen the real world, it's maybe not that far off. Kirkman, I think, nails it pretty well that this isn't a general slow side people are having. A lot of people just go and they just finally lose it, and that's that. So I think the issue is kind of really fascinating in that. The next part of it is this is the seeds of Rick becoming the leader of the group. The group starts to go on the move. It's a lot of the early stuff that became big parts of the series. And of course we got the introduction of Tyrese. Then there's of course the extras. This issue has brand new letters from fans. Before they were just reprinting all the old stuff, but we actually get new letters of people reacting to the Deluxe series, and then we get the notes from Kirkman, and I think those are always fascinating. This one especially will make an argument as to the first debut of a certain character, that maybe it was really this issue. This actual particular issue. So it's I think it's all really interesting. It's a great way to go back and explore the series. This is also the debut of Charlie Adlard on the series, taking over from the previous artists of Tony Moore, and we can see that different style. Now the thing I think that's interesting is I feel like Adler's style kind of evolved after a while. This isn't quite what I remember his art style being. It's really, really close, and maybe it's the colorization that's kind of getting me. But I think it's going to be interesting to kind of watch this as the series progresses and how the art style changes a little bit as he gets more comfortable and kind of, I'd say, evolves the character or just kind of matures with the characters. And as a whole, I think part of it is the characters themselves mature and age and go through all sorts of stuff. So, of course, characters look a little bit different. It's just, I think, fascinating to go back and look at this art style, which is what I associate with the series, and then try to think towards the end, and it's it doesn't feel like the same artist, but it totally is the same artist. Overall, I think the series is fantastic to go back and explore. If you've never read The Walking Dead, this is your chance to do it. I think there's tons of back material for fans of the series to go back and get the individual issues and explore it again, and for people who've never read it before and want to try it, single issue. I was going to say monthly, but it's not really monthly. By single issues, I think this is a great way of doing it. It's been wonderful to explore this all again and reread it within the new context. So it's out in comic shops now. You can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage of that by doing that. You help support our site. But go support local comic shops. And speaking of support, thanks for watching. We always appreciate it. If you're into Skybound, if you're into Image, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.